This is the ambulance chaser example. Well, if we look here, looks good to me. There's a railing on the left. What's the problem? Well, somebody fell, got injured, and ended up suing the owner. So the defendant claimed that there was too much lacquer or stain on the stairs. They slipped, they fell, they got injured. The part that I'm proud to say here is if we look down here, payments to date, there's only $6,000 that has been paid, and that's to attorney's fees because we didn't settle this claim. Part of the reason you buy insurance as well is for legal defense. So will we settle this claim for 10 grand or 20 grand? Potentially, but will we take this to court and fight it and say, no, we've done a friction test. Our client is not negligent. This is an ambulance chaser case, potentially. So another real good reason to have good liability insurance. Another great example, chair, simply a loose screw on a chair where somebody fell out of the chair and ended up suing the owner of the property. If we look down at the bottom right, payments to date, $61,000 claim. But what if that would have been a child who had brain damage and there was $1 million or $2 million lawsuit? Part of the safety inspection is to look at the furniture in your property at least a couple times a year as part of your post-stay inspection, and make sure the screws are tight and the furniture is acceptable, because this is a disaster waiting to happen. It's, again, a real claim at proper insurance, $60,000. Now here's the last one. This is a tree that fell onto one of our insured's homes. Now, when you first look at it, you think of property damage, and there is property damage, 100%. There's 81,000 incurred, so 70,000 paid to date. But the issue with this is the fact that most people don't understand you can be held liable for bodily injury and property damage, okay? So the way this plays out is we respond, this is our insured's home, we rebuild it, we write them a check for $80,000. But then after that, we subrogate and we sue the neighbor because the tree came from the neighbor's home and damaged our client's property, so they're liable for it. So again, as part of this is to look at the exterior of your property. Do you have trees that are overhanging on patios? Do you have trees that could potentially damage your neighbor's property, et cetera, et cetera? So it's really important to understand liability insurance. You could be found liable for bodily injury and property damage.